So this is morning. How's it, everyone? Well, the view from the back deck in the morning is what a stunning one. So look at that. Pretty much all you hear, apart from the cracking of electric fences, is birds, which is awesome. Anyway, big day on the boat today. Hopefully it's going to get sorted and a lot of it done. Hopefully get the door hung, measure all that up, you get that in place, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. So I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, sit down and have my breakfast and get into it. Alright, so this is the door we got. So luckily, and I kind of didn't measure it at the time because I could only get a certain wooden door, right? So because all the other doors, as I said, were sandwiched with this cardboard honeycomb stuff. This is the only solid wood. So it is an interior door, which the only difference, if you don't know, the only difference with that is that the trim itself, so the door frame is not, see here you've got a stopper here, so when the door closes it stops. Well, there's not one that goes around all the way to seal from weather, but I can add that. It's nothing really. And I'll have to add an outside trim that runs around flat to seal it all off, but that's fine. It's all I could find. If I bought a brand new door, it would have been maybe $300 for one that I'd have to then chop up. So what was the point? So the hole itself that I want is 710, 71 centimeters if you want to know. So that's from the width wise, the actual whole door with the frame included. This here is just short of 710, so that's great because I've still got the 4x2. It's got to go around the edge anyway, and then you've got the capping and all that sort of stuff, and so it's perfect, right? So the only issue I've got now, which is not even an issue, is it's 1.5, so it's 1500 from the top of the framing to the base of the framing, which comes to about halfway down here. So I'll do that now. I'll cut that and then test fit it. Test fitting meaning we're going to have to chop some of the stuff out of the back of the boat. I'll come and show you now, which I knew I had to do anyway. I knew I had to do some trimming. The idea before was just to chop the bulk of it off so I could get in here. So because this is tapered, it tapers down on an angle, right? So I want it to come, let me see if I can do this. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so if I can do, sorry, I've got short man syndrome. So it'll come out to the end of here. So picture this as a framing from here, straight down, and there, right? So that'll be the door width, that's 710. So coming from here, all I have to do is trim this bit out, 710. So that's going to have to look pretty freaking good. Like that can't be, like all this here will be going, but not yet. So I don't want to trim all of that out straight away and then be left with Mr. Ono measurement, because if anyone's ever dealt with stuff that's round, it's not, there's nothing true. So what you're dealing with is I have to cut these curves perfectly on the inside with the ply to make it seal, make good. It's not, you know, easy feat in itself, but hey, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't challenging. So anyway, I'll get into that and I'll show you progress as we go. Right, so as you can see, obviously it needs to be shorter, but with the timber framing around it as well to go in, be perfect, right? So so looking at it, once that comes down and cut it off to where it's supposed to be, with obviously the bracing and everything that's going to go in behind here, here's a gap, both sides, be perfect for the 4x2 to go in to frame it all up. And obviously that there will be level with the roof. So progress. Okay, so that'll so the next step now is to make the frame. Now that I know that the door holes are right, then now I frame it all up now, and then put the door frame in. So let's do that. Well, it's, you gotta love certain events that come up. So I need a jigsaw. Well, not a jigsaw, I have a jigsaw, but what I don't have now is a working jigsaw. So I'm going to have to go into town again, which I try and do a very like as least as possible, because it's at least a $20 return trip just for fuel, being in the middle of nowhere. So that's probably the only drawback I've ever noticed here. It's amazing, it's everything you want and more, but to get things done, it's yeah, that's the expensive bit. So I snapped the blade, which then, well, I didn't snap the blade, it broke, as in it just from fatigue, not from trying to wrench it around anything. And then when I did that, it's I noticed the wheel was the wheel that guides the blade when it goes up and down is all munched away, and it's just like when I go to cut my nice cuts around the corner, it's going to make it all wonky and not fit right, and I can't have that, because it's just goes with the you know, leaks water and things like that. So that's just not good enough. I just can't, as much as I would have, if it was mine, I would totally just do it how I do it, but because it's not mine and I have to do things a certain way, then that's how I'm doing it. So yeah, and a little bit of fussiness, you know what I mean. So I'm going to have to go into town and do that. So I'm going to end the video here, because by the time I go to town, come back, I might as well make a new video for tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Sorry it was like really short, or actually I don't know how long it is, but these things happen, and tomorrow's another day. So until then, catch you later.